When Queen Elizabeth II left us in 2022, the British monarchy entered a new phase with the ascension of King Charles III to the throne. The majestic events of the coronation couldn't disguise the growing tensions among the royal family members, mainly due to the changes in the title of his wife, Camilla. Initially, she was to become Queen Consort, in line with the wishes of the late Elizabeth. However, her position soon quietly changed to simply Queen, which caused discontent, particularly among influential members like Princess and, the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, is known for her genuine dedication to duty, iron discipline, and respect for tradition. From a young age, she has been a symbol of stability and commitment to royal customs, embodying loyalty and tradition. However, beneath her calm exterior lay dissatisfaction. Her dissatisfaction was fueled not only by the change in Camilla's title, but also by a deep attachment to her mother's memory and the traditions she upheld. When Charles married Camilla in 2005, it was agreed that she would not take the title of Princess of Wales as a tribute to the late Princess Diana. Over time, Charles announced that after his coronation, Camilla would be named Princess Consort, a title created due to the special nature of their marriage and Camilla's recently improved relationship with the British public. However, in 2023, when the coronation took place, Camilla was simply referred to as Queen, surprising many royal observers. And, known for her devotion to her mother and royal customs, reacted painfully. For her, it wasn't just a change in terminology. She saw it as a violation of Elizabeth's legacy and a potential threat to the monarchy's authority. Outwardly, and maintained her composure during the ceremony and afterward, but rumors began circulating about her disagreements with Camilla. According to some reports, during a family dinner shortly after the coronation, Camilla might have mentioned her new title and allegedly responded sharply, "You are not the queen, just the king's wife." This affected the family atmosphere, given Anne's usual restraint. For 70 years, Elizabeth led the nation with remarkable dignity, and for Anne, not honoring her wishes was a breach of cherished traditions. Although the disagreement might seem fleeting, it revealed deeper differences between her and Camilla that had long gone unnoticed. It's no secret that Anne and Camilla's relationship had been strained long before this. Despite Camilla's efforts in building connections, for example, with Prince Harry, her relationship with Anne remained complex. Despite being of similar age, they differ significantly in their characters and priorities. And, known for her tireless work for the crown, has long been recognized as one of the most dedicated. She is characterized by her straightforwardness and traditional outlook. In contrast, Camilla prefers a more relaxed approach, which has sometimes irked Anne. Following Elizabeth's departure, the tension between them intensified, especially as Camilla became a significant figure in the royal family, and sees this as an unacceptable shift and a breach of her mother's will. These disagreements were heightened by Princess Anne's views on the modernization of the monarchy, championed by Prince William. Under the new reign of Charles III, discussions about necessary changes in the monarchy are underway. William, the future monarch, advocates for a more open and accessible royal family, reducing the number of senior members performing official duties, and supports William in this endeavor, aiming to make the institution of the monarchy more relevant and contemporary. Despite her traditional views, Princess Anne acknowledges the need for change for the monarchy's future. She deeply understands how public opinion can affect the kingdom's fate and supports William's initiatives to adapt to the modern world. This is where her disagreement with Camilla begins. While supporting the reforms promoted by William to make the monarchy more open and democratic, and sees Camilla's growing influence and her aspiration to be called queen as contradicting this course. For Anne, Camilla's title change was seen as an affront to the late queen's will and in conflict with the vision she and William wished to pursue. This context elevates Anne's discontent to a new level, demonstrating deeper ideological differences among the royal family members. On one side, Anne and William strive to reform the monarchy to make it closer to the public, while other members prefer to maintain age-old traditions and the unchanged status of titles. The active discussion of this topic has become relevant due to increased public attention to the affairs of the monarchy. Buckingham Palace has taken steps to bolster Camilla's status, changing names like the Cornwall Room, now known as the Queen's Reading Room. Her new status is expected to be formalized in official documents, reinforcing her position within the royal structure, and sees this as an attempt to alter history in favor of Camilla, causing her caution and concern. Understanding the importance of public opinion, and has spent years cultivating an image of a devoted monarch. She recognizes the significance of public trust for the monarchy's future and worries about how changes in Camilla's status could harm this perception. The removal of the word consort from Camilla's title, in Anne's view, might be seen as disregarding the Queen's legacy and public expectations. As the royal family goes through this period of transformation, the strained relationship between Anne and Camilla remains a significant but underlying aspect, and, known for her loyalty to the monarchy, perceives this issue as a serious challenge that requires resolution. At the same time, her support for William's efforts in modernization could become a foundation for the monarchy's future development. With William's readiness to assume the role of king, he may have to rely on Anne's wisdom and experience to navigate this period of change. Although Camilla will undoubtedly remain an influential figure during the reign of Charles III, her opportunities might be limited by the progressive course supported by William and Anne. Society is closely observing the development of this contradiction within the palace walls. One thing is clear: the future of the British monarchy is undergoing significant changes, and Princess Anne's steadfast commitment to maintaining a balance between tradition and innovation will have a noticeable impact on the path of these changes. Princess Anne has always been a model of royal dedication, earning the nickname the Princess Royal for her hard work and unwavering loyalty. Throughout her life, she has remained a true student of her mother, Queen Elizabeth II, taking pride in her legacy and striving to follow its spirit in all aspects of life. From childhood, Anne was inspired by her mother's example. Unlike her brothers, who dealt with their roles in the royal family in various ways, Anne most fervently adopted the spirit of service, reflecting the sense of duty her mother exemplified and the grounded approach of her father. The selflessness of Queen Elizabeth in her role, her constant engagement in the nation's life, and her calm leadership left an indelible mark on Anne's life. In response, Anne embraced these qualities, becoming known for her resilience and unwavering dedication to the monarchy. Anne's love and respect for her mother were evident not only in her public but also in her personal life. The young princess admired how her mother balanced the duties of a queen and motherhood and managed the pressures imposed by the crown. Even as a member of one of the world's most famous families, Princess Anne rarely sought public attention. Like her mother, she preferred to quietly fulfill her duties while staying in the shadows of other royal family members. One of the most vivid ways Anne followed Queen Elizabeth's example was through her consistent dedication to public service, and is known for performing more royal duties than anyone else in the family. Like her mother, she approached her responsibilities with seriousness and deep respect, never shying away from the mission entrusted to her, and carried out even the most ordinary royal duties with steadfast commitment. She often repeated that the foundation of the monarchy lies in service, and this belief was instilled in her by her mother. On her 21st birthday, Queen Elizabeth declared that her entire life would be dedicated to the people, and sought to live her life with the same dedication. Throughout her reign, Queen Elizabeth maintained a steady influence on the world stage, never showing weaknesses or allowing personal feelings to interfere with her royal duties, and adopted this approach, earning a reputation as one of the most steadfast and practical members of the royal family. The influence of Queen Elizabeth on her daughter extended far beyond official and public duties, including a profound dedication to traditions, protocol, and the preservation of the crown's historical heritage. This respect for traditions, especially concerning the public image of the monarchy and its obligations to the British people, is a direct result of her mother's mentorship. For Anne, the monarchy symbolizes more than just a family institution. It is a symbol of continuity, stability, and national identity. Queen Elizabeth's views on the political neutrality of the monarchy, focused on service to the country, formed the basis for Anne's decisions, especially during ambiguous family situations. This belief in the importance of traditions explains why the decision to change Camilla's title was so painful for Anne. For her, it is not just a breach of protocol but a threat to the legacy her mother shaped over decades. Queen Elizabeth clearly expressed her desire for Camilla to remain in the status of queen consort, considering historical precedents and the unique circumstances of Charles and Camilla's marriage. Not adhering to this wish became for Anne not only a personal affront but also a threat to the traditions that her mother had upheld for so long. It is essential to understand that Anne's following in her mother's footsteps was both her strength and challenge. She takes pride in continuing her mother's legacy, but also ponders how to embrace changes she sees as threats to the monarchy's stability. The decision to change Camilla's title was perceived by Anne as unnecessary and disrespectful to the late Queen's sentiments. This exacerbated the relationship between Anne and Camilla, which was never particularly close. Although Camilla found her place in the royal family and gained recognition in recent years, Anne regarded her with greater caution. Internal sources claim that Anne views the elevation of Camilla's status as somewhat undeserved, given her past scandals and the promises made when marrying Charles, and feels that Camilla's status contradicts the spirit of service and self-sacrifice her mother represented throughout her reign. This dissonance between Anne's personal views and her support for William's efforts to modernize the monarchy underscores her dissatisfaction with Camilla's title change. While Anne holds traditional views, she sees the importance of the updates needed for the monarchy's longevity and prosperity. Prince William has expressed a desire to lead the monarchy as a future king, making it more accessible and modern, closer to society, and less bound by outdated protocol norms. And, though a loyal defender of traditions, supports William in his initiatives, recognizing the need for adaptation to new realities. She seeks a balance between preserving the crown's historical splendor and its relevance to modern times. As Camilla's influence and her efforts to secure the title of queen instead of queen consort grow, Anne expresses concern. For her, true modernization entails elements of transparency, humility, and commitment to public welfare rather than a race for privileges. Renaming the Cornwall Reading Room to the Queen's Reading Room, in Anne's opinion, symbolizes not modernization but a desire to retain power. Supporting Prince William's vision for the monarchy's future, and follows her mother's example by putting the crown's interests above personal ambitions. Queen Elizabeth always placed the crown's welfare above personal interests, and remains true to this principle by backing William's plan for a more down-to-earth royal family. The foundation of her frustration with Camilla's title change and her support for William's initiatives lies in her deep connection to her mother's legacy. For Anne, Queen Elizabeth embodied the essence of the monarchy: duty, nobility, and unwavering loyalty to the British people. Throughout her life, Princess Anne has strived to uphold the principles instilled by her mother, never wavering from the belief that the key to the monarchy's long-term stability is its ability to adapt while remaining true to traditions. Anne's discontent with Camilla's actions was never personal animosity, but rather a desire to protect the legacies passed down by Queen Elizabeth. The late Queen clearly stated that Camilla should be referred to as Queen Consort, and Anne sees it as her duty to uphold this wish. Anne's support of Prince William's vision of modernization reflects how she continues her mother's work by ensuring the crown remains relevant in a rapidly changing world. Anne's life is filled with deep attachment to her mother's memory and unwavering loyalty to royal duty. From an early age, Anne sought to embody the values Queen Elizabeth personified: service, tradition, and responsibility. Amid growing family disagreements, particularly concerning Camilla's title, it is evident that Anne's dedication to her mother's legacy remains as strong as ever. Faced with new challenges, Princess Anne's unwavering loyalty to the crown and support for William's reform efforts will play a key role in the monarchy's future. Ultimately, Princess Anne's legacy, much like her mother's, will be defined by an unyielding sense of duty, quiet confidence, and deep faith in traditions as the foundation for safeguarding the monarchy even in difficult times. Princess Anne, a devoted guardian of traditions, has shown remarkable adaptability in royal life. Her vision for the monarchy's future combines a traditional respect for stability with the need to respond to the challenges of the new era. In this context, her support for Prince William's transformations becomes especially significant, and sees in these reforms an opportunity to make the royal family more accessible and relevant to modern society. She understands that the monarchy's relevance is ensured not only through traditions, but also through active engagement in public life. Modern societal demands suggest that the monarchy must be more open and positively perceived, and Anne knows that her support for William in this endeavor is not contrary to her mother's spirit, and believes that participation in charity and emphasis on social initiatives can strengthen the connection with citizens. These efforts can include education, healthcare, and environmental protection, topics important to the younger audience, and actively participates in the work of charitable organizations, primarily those supporting youth and scientific research. As the president of the Royal Association and many other foundations, she demonstrates that traditional royal duties can be successfully combined with the needs of the present time. The princess also emphasizes the importance of involvement in public discussions about the monarchy's initiatives and projects. She believes this increases public awareness and strengthens trust. Despite the complicated feelings surrounding Camilla's title issue, and does not let it distract her from more significant tasks. She adheres to an approach that combines the best traditions with the introduction of fresh ideas for the future. This period of change is an opportunity for the royal family to demonstrate how they can harmoniously adapt to the needs of the times. Their future success will depend on the ability to respect history while simultaneously meeting the present. Working on these transformations, Anne sets an example for her family and those interested in the British monarchy. Anne's support for William's strategic initiatives highlights the importance of preparing new leaders who are ready for the challenges of the modern world. Implementing this vision contributes to strengthening stability and showcasing the monarchy's involvement in addressing pressing issues. In steering these changes, Anne remains a symbol of resilience and wisdom, using lessons from the past to build a more sustainable and adaptable future. The impact of this approach on the British monarchy will undoubtedly be significant for many years to come. If you enjoyed learning about the dynamic changes within the British monarchy and Princess Anne's influential role, please consider subscribing to stay updated on future stories. Don't forget to like this post and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think about the evolving roles and traditions of the royal family.